You know that feeling when you scroll through a dozen listings, see glossy photos of a sleek bullet camera, and think, this is exactly what my driveway needs, only to end up with a box that looks impressive but delivers grainy footage, constant focus hunting, and a UI that feels like you're programming a spaceship? I've been there, and I've also watched a few friends go down that rabbit hole, spending a weekend wrestling with firmware updates and trying to get a nighttime image that isn't just a black blob. That hesitation is real, especially when you're about to spend a few $100s on a security system that's supposed to give you peace of mind. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Unifi Protect 4K UVC G4 Pro 5 pack tries to solve those exact pain points. It's an outdoor network bullet camera sold in a bundle of 5, each promising 4K Ultra HD resolution and integration with Unifi's Protect platform. Before I dive into whether it lives up to the hype, let's talk about the category a bit. Home and small business surveillance isn't just about more megapixels. It's about how a camera behaves when the sun goes down, how easy it is to get it talking to your router, whether the focus actually locks onto a moving car, and how much you have to tweak before you get a stable video feed you can trust. First off, who should consider this kit? If you already own a Unifi Dream Machine, a Cloud Key Gen 2, or any of the Unifi Protect NVR hardware, you're already in the ecosystem. That means you'll have a single dashboard that can handle live view, recordings, motion zones, and even smart detections without juggling third-party apps. For a tech-savvy homeowner who wants to cover a property with multiple angles, say, the front porch, side yard, garage door, and 2 spots around a pool, this 5-camera bundle gives you coverage without having to buy each unit separately. It's also a solid fit for a small office or boutique that needs to keep an eye on inventory and entry points, especially if you already run a Unifi network for your Wi-Fi and switches. On the flip side, if you're a renter who can't run Ethernet cables through walls, or you're looking for a plug-and-play solution that just drops into a corner and works, you might want to skip this. The cameras are powered by PO, which is great for a clean installation but does mean you need a PO switch or injector. That adds a layer of wiring and a bit of network configuration you have to be comfortable with. Also, if you're not planning to invest in the Unifi Protect NVR hardware, you'll have to buy that separately, and the total cost can climb quickly. For people who just need a single camera for a front door and don't want to tinker with a whole surveillance ecosystem, a more standalone system might be a better match. Now let's get into the practical strengths that actually matter after you unpack the boxes. The first thing I noticed is the sheer detail the 4K sensor captures. When you zoom into a recorded clip of a car pulling into the driveway, you can see the license plate clearly, which is the kind of forensic detail you need if you ever have to share footage with law enforcement. That level of resolution also means you can crop a wide-angle view in post-production and still retain enough pixels to identify a person's face or a package that's been left on the porch. Another strength is the way the cameras handle network traffic. Because they're IP devices, you can adjust the bitrate and resolution per camera from the Protect UI, which helps you balance image quality against bandwidth constraints. In a real-world test, I set 3 cameras to stream at 4K during the day and dropped the resolution to 1080p for the nighttime feed. The system stayed stable on a modest 100 megabits per second internet connection, and there were no dropped frames during a 2-hour continuous recording session. Autofocus on the G4 Pro feels confident after a brief warm-up period. In my experience, the lens locks onto moving subjects within a second or two, which is crucial when you have a driveway where cars come and go. I didn't notice the hunting some lower-end bullet cameras exhibit, where the focus keeps sliding back and forth in low-light conditions. Speaking of low light, the cameras come with built-in IR LEDs that kick in automatically once the ambient light drops below a certain threshold. The night vision image isn't crystal clear, but its surprisingly consistent objects remain recognizable, and there's no sudden flicker as the LEDs turn on and off. That steadiness is a big win for anyone who wants reliable motion alerts at night. The user interface in Unifi Protect deserves a mention because menu friction can be a deal-breaker. The dashboard is web-based but also has mobile apps, and you can add each camera with a simple adopt button once the device appears on the network. From there, setting motion zones, tweaking exposure, or enabling smart detection, like person versus vehicle, takes just